Have you ever paused mid-action and wondered if your eccentricities were a cause for concern? It is a common feeling, but what if, at those peculiar tendencies, are actually the fingerprints of a superior intellect? Here at Looks Fine Inside, we believe that conforming to the middle of the bell curve isn't the only way to measure a person's brilliance. History is littered with icons who were considered offbeat, and modern psychology suggests they were onto something. When your behavior deviates from the norm, it often signals a brain that is exceptionally vibrant, inquisitive, and inventive. Let's explore these unusual traits that might just prove you are sharper than you realize. First, consider your tendency for private monologues. If you frequently find yourself debating complex ideas aloud, while alone or narrating your daily chores to an empty room, you are practicing what experts call externalized cognition. This isn't a sign of instability. Rather, it is a high-level processing tool. Articulating your thoughts physically helps sharpen your focus, accelerate problem solving, and keep your emotions in check. Children use this technique to map out the world and for many high-functioning adults, it remains a vital cognitive engine. So the next time you're caught whispering your strategy for the day, remember it is just the sound of a high-powered mind at work. You might also feel like a perpetual observer on the fringes of the group. This sense of being an outsider is a hallmark of the highly intelligent, who often perceive layers of reality that others overlook. Think of it through the lens of a classic philosophical metaphor. A person who finally leaves a dark cave to witness the true sun. When they return to describe the vibrant world outside, to those still staring at shadows on a wall, they are met with confusion or hostility, because you at Looks Fine Inside likely question established norms and spot hidden patterns. You may feel disconnected from the status quo. This isolation is simply the price of having a perspective that is profoundly deep and uniquely insightful. Another indicator is the all-consuming hobby. Do you find yourself falling into 7 two-hour rabbit holes about medieval architecture, the physics of time travel, or the intricacies of Grandmaster chess? This isn't just a distraction. It's a manifestation of intellectual openness. For a restless mind, learning isn't a chore, it's an immersion. These intense fixations are how your brain exercises its capacity for complex synthesis. You aren't losing focus, you are satisfying a hunger for mastery that surface-level interests can't feed at. Furthermore, do your most profound breakthroughs arrive at the most inconvenient times? If your brain decides to solve a week-long dilemma at 3 in the morning, or while you're staring blankly in the shower, you're experiencing the power of the default mode network. While the rest of the world is offline, a brilliant mind is often working overtime in the subconscious stitching together disparate threads of information. These sudden sparks of clarity prove that your intelligence doesn't need a desk and a deadline to produce genius. It thrives in the quiet gaps of life. You likely also experience periods of total social withdrawal. This isn't necessarily shyness. It's a strategic retreat into your own mental landscape. While many people find silence uncomfortable, those with high intellectual potential often view it as a sanctuary for reflection and recalibration. This intrapersonal intelligence allows you to decode your own experiences and connect dots that only emerge in solitude. Even when you appear idle to the world, your internal machinery is likely building something magnificent. Finally, you are probably the person who asks the questions no one else thinks to voice, whether it's pondering the boundaries of the cosmos or the nature of human consciousness. Your refusal to accept that's just how it is your greatest asset. As Einstein famously noted, it isn't about having a rare gift, but about being relentlessly inquisitive. Curiosity is the engine of innovation, and your desire to dig beneath the surface is a clear marker of a mind that refuses to settle. If you've ever felt too much or a little out there, take heart in the fact that your quirks are often the shadow cast by your potential. These habits don't define you, but they certainly highlight a mind that is searching for something deeper. Which of these resonates most with your journey? Are there other strange habits you've noticed in yourself? Join the conversation in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, stay tuned to Look's Fine Inside by liking and subscribing for more explorations into the fascinating world of the high-functioning mind. Thanks for spending your time with us.